Messi and Ramos under heavy rain in Paris Saint-Germain training session. The last training sessions of Paris Saint-Germain were held before the game against Clermont within the framework of the French Champions League, which was under heavy rain in Paris, and the PSG players and stars of this team got very wet for this training session. PSG's previous match in the French Champions League ended with a 5-1 victory over Paris Saint-Germain, in which all three members of the MNM triangle, Messi, Neymar, and Mbabane, scored and performed very well. This was the first time that all three of these players scored in one game. Now Lionel Messi, along with Neymar, Ramos, Mbabane, Verratti and other Paris Saint-Germain players and stars, held a training session before the game against Clermont, and given that it was raining heavily during this training session, interesting pictures of Lionel Messi and Sergio Ramos, who were soaked, were released. A photo that has angered Chelsea fans in recent days. The match between Real Madrid and Chelsea in the first leg of the quarter-finals of the Champions League was held on Wednesday night at Stamford Bridge, and Real Madrid managed to defeat Chelsea by a score of 3-1 in that match. Make it very easy to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. Chelsea's Belgian striker Romelu Lukaku, who left Inter for Chelsea last summer, has not been able to gain popularity among the London Blues fans this season because not only has his performance not been good and remarkable, but also his interview. The things he had were in a way that he has always expressed interest in his former team, Inter, and he should not have expressed his interest in Chelsea as he should and maybe, and he has not shown that he loves this team deeply, and that is why he is not popular among Chelsea fans. Rangnick press conference before Manchester United v Everton. The German coach of the Red Devils attended the press conference before his team's game against Everton. Ralph Rangnick appeared in a press conference before Manchester United's match against Everton in the English Premier League, and while confirming the absence of Varane, McTominay, Cavani, and Shaw, and Ronaldo's readiness for this match, he spoke. Mentioned that you read below. On the importance of Everton having the character, energy, and commitment to win the game. We are all aware of the importance of this game for both sides. Cristiano is back. Edinson Cavani, Raphael Varane, and Scott McTominay are still injured. Luke Shaw is still injured. He has an old injury, he will be out of action for the next 2 or 3 weeks, part of his leg underwent surgery in 2015. The doctor told me they decided to replace those metal objects. Get him out of the way, there are 2 screws that need to be removed, and that is going to happen tomorrow. For tomorrow against Everton, the most important part is character, energy, and commitment. Winning the game in an atmosphere similar to Leeds is important. Both we and the Evertons know the importance of the game. For me, tactics and strategies are a priority and the most important part. It's a matter of mind and attitude. Strange and incredible overweight of the player who won the 2010 triple. Wesley Sneijder, once one of the best players in the world, seems to have gained a lot of weight after retirement and no longer wants to work out and stay in shape. At the end of his acting career, it seems that Wesley Sneijder has given up his football avoidance and has become overweight, so that in the last picture that was published of him, it is clear that he has become very obese. Is overweight. Wesley Sneijder had a brilliant time during his time at Inter. UTM_source equals news inline link Inter, as well as the Dutch national team, and was able to reach the final of the 2010 World Cup in South Africa with his country, but eventually he lost the final to Spain and failed to win the title, and many believe that Wesley Sneijder should have a Ballon d'Or in his record because he was a brilliant player in those years, especially in 2010, and won a treble with Inter. Reached the World Cup final. Interesting interview with the Citizens defender. I will not touch the winner in the final. The English defender of the Citizens has talked to media reporters about various issues. The right back of Manchester City's football team had an interesting conversation with a reporter of this English magazine. Winning the trophy is hard work. I always look at the players who have won the Champions League and I say I can be a champion too. It was relaxing when I first climbed the Wembley stairs to win the Carabao Cup in 2018, but I got addicted. The worst situation in football is to be in the final and the opposing team loses and the opposing team wins the cup. I am a friend, said the Citizens' technical right back. I do not have to clap for those who took us to the final and won the cup. People might say this is a non-sporting move. Well, I'm here to win. I love the job I have, a football player. Dybala wants to move to Milan after rejecting an offer from Arsenal and Newcastle. According to a prestigious Italian publication published in Rome, Paulo Dybala has rejected the offer of Arsenal and Newcastle, asking for a free transfer to Milan. Transfer to a big English team is Dybala's current dream, but for now he has rejected the offers of Arsenal and Newcastle. The two mentioned clubs have acted through the program manager of the Argentine national team player, but Dybala is not convinced to go to such a destination and is therefore waiting for the arrival of new clubs. Strengthen the Rossoneri attack by attracting the son of a former Milan player. Strengthening the Rossoneri attack line by attracting a striker worth €15 million and the son of a former Milan player is on the agenda of the management of this Italian club. The situation of Milan's right wing for the next season is ambiguous due to the instability of players such as Junior Messi, who is on loan in Milan, and the unexpected performance of Alexei Selmaker. Milan have always been interested in the French market, and now the French source La Minute OM has claimed that according to Nice Matin, the management of the Milan club intends to attract Justin Kluivert, the son of Patrick Kluivert, his former player. How will the transfer of Holland and Mbabane to Real Madrid affect Benzema's future? Carlo Ancelotti stressed that even if Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund and Kylian Mbabane from Paris Saint-Germain are recruited, Karim Benzema's position at Real Madrid will not change and he will remain one of the most important pillars of the squad. Karim Benzema is having the best season of his life. He has already scored 24 goals for Los Blancos in La Liga, doubling the number of goals he has scored in the Champions League for the first time. He scored a hat-trick in Wednesday night's game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. According to GOL, reputable European magazines claim that Real Madrid are buying Mbabane for free and the Netherlands, and some believe that the presence of these two young superstars may jeopardize Karim Benzema's position at the Santiago Bernabeu. The older Karim gets, the better his quality of play. In the future he will be one of the most important players at the club, and I have no doubt about that. No one can jeopardize his position. Karim during football, Ancelotti said. He has been around for a long time and has now become a powerful leader on earth. Paris Saint-Germain coach's advice to Mbabane. Mauricio Pochettino, the Argentine coach of Paris Saint-Germain, believes that the best solution for Kylian Mbabane is to extend his contract with the club and forget about Real Madrid, and he will also probably be the captain of the match against Clermont. Mbabane is in the final months of his contract with Paris and there is still no news of an agreement between the two parties, and most news agencies are sure that the 23-year-old French superstar will join Real Madrid. However, these issues did not cause Nasser Al-Khalifa and Pochettino to surrender to keep him, and in the last resort, they want to convince him to stay as captain. Is it possible for Mbabane to stay at Piazzi? Yes, for sure. As coach, I want the best for Kylian and the club, and I think the best thing for the club is to extend his contract, Pochettino was quoted as saying by Goal.com. Kylian is, of course, in his own interest. Negotiations are still ongoing. I have nothing to do with his recent comments, and you better ask yourself these questions. Bayern Munich's very busy schedule in April with 1+7 games. A classic and possibly the semi-finals of the Champions League, including the possible and tough Bavarians matches in April. Bayern Munich have busy days in April and so far they have left the field in a successful match. Julian Nagelsmann's team is likely to play 8 games in April. Following Freiburg's defeat at home, Bayern Munich met Villarreal in Spain on Wednesday night, April 6, conceding a goal. On April 9, Bayern Munich face Augsburg in the Bavarian Derby. The match will take place at the Allianz Arena, and after a long time, 75,000 spectators are allowed to enter the stadium. Bayern Munich will play its return match against Villarreal on Tuesday, April 12. Tuchel pre-Chelsea press conference with Southampton, quota. We are sure. The German coach of the London Blues attended the press conference before his team's game against Southampton. Thomas Tuchel appeared in a press conference before Chelsea's match against Southampton in the English Premier League and made the following remarks about the situation of the injured before the game with Southampton. Callum is not available yet, the presence of Lukaku and Ziyech is in a haze. Today we will do a test to make a final decision on whether they will compete. Romulo is in Achilles pain, it's an injury. It's not just an inconvenience. About the defeat against Real Madrid. The meeting we had after the game with Real was not talkative and I mostly said my opinion. We heard a bit of their comments but it was necessary for the technical staff to talk more after two heavy defeats. We suffered from a lack of proper structure in the game. We were not very good at pressing and we did not spend the energy to defend. We found a solution and there is no need to criticize the whole team and Chelsea can play better than that. Comparing Barcelona's situation and performance in La Liga under Xavi and Kuman.